officer. This June, the nation is celebrating the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Queen Elizabeth has been on the throne for 70 years and is now the longest serving monarch in history.
The future Queen, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor, was born in 1926 at the London home of her grandparents, the Earl and Countess of Strathmore. Her parents were to be the future King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. She also had one younger sister, Princess Margaret, who was born in 1930.
When the Second World War broke out in 1939, Princess Elizabeth and her sister were the first female members of the royal family to serve in the military. They trained as truck mechanics and underwent a 6-week training course and then served in the Women's Auxiliary Territorial Service. The sisters learnt to repair engines and to drive different military vehicles, including trucks and ambulances.
And occasionally seen in full military dress. Many of her children and grandchildren have gone to join the armed forces in various capacities. For example, in 1982, Prince Andrew served in the Falklands War when he flew as a naval pilot, and Prince Harry has served twice in Afghanistan fighting Taliban insurgents in 2008 and 2012.
The wedding of Princess Elizabeth and Philip Mountbatten took place on Thursday, the 20th of November 1947 at Westminster Abbey in London. In post-war Britain, with food and clothing rationing still in force, every aspect of the wedding preparations was eagerly followed at home and abroad. Thousands of people lined the processional route and millions listened to the live radio broadcast.
The princess is here, ready to be wedded.
tour of Kenya in Africa. She left a very happy woman, but was to return a very different person. On the 6th of February 1952, King George VI died in his sleep at the age of 56. Hearing about her father's death whilst on holiday in Kenya, Princess Elizabeth immediately flew home.
As soon as Princess Elizabeth landed back in England and stepped off the plane, she immediately succeeded her father as the new queen at the age of 25. After much planning, her coronation took place a year later, on the 2nd of June 1953, at Westminster Abbey in London. She was crowned Queen of the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Ceylon, and Pakistan, as well as taking on the role of head of the Commonwealth. The string ensemble will now play the Old English tune Maiden Fair, followed by the band playing the Royal March.
I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and the service of our great imperial family, to which we all belong.
As we know, the Queen married Philip Mountbatten in November 1947, a former Prince of Greece and Denmark. Their marriage lasted 73 years till Philip's death in 2021. They had 4 children: Charles, Prince of Wales, Anne, Princess Royal, Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex. Prince Charles is the next heir to the throne, and after Charles comes his son, Prince William.
In November 47, the Queen she didn't tarry, to the altar with the Prince. Philip she did marry. They had 4 little children, 3 boys and 1 girl, all very different to their mother of her. First came Charles, Prince of Wales and heir, married twice, has 2 boys, so a big fanfare. Likes to hug trees and is very green, thinks modern architecture should never be seen. The Princess Royal, Anne, is number 2. Being with horses is what she likes to do. She
intriguing stride.
Finally, there's Prince Edward, who was born in 64, a creative soul who likes the arts, theatre and lots more. He's very fond of acting, so Shakespeare's all the rage. With regal pomp and swagger, he'd like to be a prince upon the stage.
So from these 4 children, the Queen has 8 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren.
Queen Elizabeth's travels have taken her to 110 countries across 6 continents, and she's still going strong. Her Majesty is the most travelled monarch in the world. Despite her advancing age, the Queen still makes state visits. These state visits would include parades, concerts, dinners, and the obligatory walkabouts. Here's Luke to play Strolling, as we now look at some of the Queen's visits from around the world. In 1968, the Queen visited Chile. Year 5 will now sing Mica Bahia Blanca, a famous folk song from that country. tune from the southern states. She also holds the title of Duchess of Normandy. The band will now play the French dance Le Buffon by Thoinon Arbeau. from the Puerto Rico.
During the Queen's long life, she has hosted 152 heads of state, met 13 US presidents, endured 14 British prime ministers, and has been the symbolic head of 54 countries of the Commonwealth.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Just the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Close to the ones today, close to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember, and I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, and everything stayed the same. And my heart felt like December. Does this body say your name? 'Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know that one day, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Everything will be alright. We'll raise your voice and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Close to the ones today, close to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. It's a time that I remember, when I never felt so lost. When I felt with all the hatred, was too powerful to stop. And my heart felt like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, but you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. Everything will be alright. We'll raise your voice and say, hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Close to the ones today, close to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back you.
birthdays every single year. On April 21st, the actual day of her birth, the Queen celebrates privately at home. But on a Saturday in June, she marks her official birthday publicly with a carriage and horse procession known as Trooping the Colour. The rest of the royal family joins her up on Buckingham Palace balcony to address the crowds below. So why the change in date? It all comes down to the weather. Summer is the only time for a proper parade. All these events and special years, whether it be the official birthday or a Jubilee year, are celebrated with street parties, red arrows fly past, royal concerts, parades and fairs. And there is usually lots of flag waving and hanging of the bunting. So to close our tribute to Her Majesty the Queen, we bring you our own Trooping of the Colour.